You know what's great? You know what sucks? For a while, I've been in the process of making a video that covers every single Fate series, which means that I'm going through and watching, playing, and reading each and every facet of the series, which happens to include Fate Grand Order. My first interaction with Fate Grand Order came from everyone fucking ever posting their waifus online, and because it seemed to be a good game, especially for mobile. Given it was described as so by the players, I decided to check it out. To a not very pleasant experience. I don't know what detrimental disease Nasu had while riding this singularity, but oh my god, I was bored throughout every second of it. This was somewhat mitigated by the OVA, but honestly that came with its own slew of issues. My friend and I always love looking back at the scene where Ritsuka goes to help Mash while she's blocking Salter's attack and just wondering, how in the fuck did he manage to get there? Like, Excalibur Morgan is being fired, so I guess he just pulled some Mission Impossible gymnastics. And I just love thinking about that image in my head. But nonetheless, this sucked, I hated it, and I was not looking forward to the future singularities that I was going to have to play. As of writing this, I am now in the London arc, and despite it being written by Sakurai, yeah, I didn't like the Rum singularity either, surprise, surprise. It seems, at the very least, to be slightly better than its predecessors. However, this is absolutely overshadowed by, once again, every person ever lamenting with immense passion how incredible the Camelot and Babylonia arcs are. Now, as I had been disappointed by the Grand Order hype in the past, this didn't do much to give me positive expectations. This changed, however, upon the release of Episode 0, titled Initium Iter, which translates from Latin to The Beginning of the Journey of Fate Grand Order Babylonia. Now, other adaptations of Fate series are by no means bad in the animation department, but they are vastly overshadowed by Ufotable. Save for some fight scenes in Apocrypha, there hasn't been anything particularly stand out, until I watched this episode. There's an incredible amount of quality in the motion of the characters, and I have a lot of praise for the directing and the cinematography, of which are both above average. After doing a small bit of research, I found that the Babylonia anime is being directed by Toshifumi Akai, whose previous works have been mostly as a key animator and assistant director, with his only other directorial works being the music video for Porter Robinson's Shelter, as well as Sora no Woto. But the role of assistant director extends his repertoire to Darling in the Franxx, Bakemonogatari, Fractale, and the Magi movie. He's definitely a solid choice for this role in this adaptation, and giving him the role of a main director seems to really allow him to flex his creative muscles, with a very pleasing result. There's a nice amount of variety in the shots, and the choices help to solidify the emotions that are being expressed. Not only this, but it seems, by some magical ray of hope, that, get this, Mash might not just be a moe blob. The episode hints at a deeper, complex aspect of the character, as well as reasons for her current personality. Not only this, but it also appears that we may be getting some development for the previously equally typical Dr. Romani. With this last Saturday, we have also received episode 1 of this series, and my hopes are even higher than previously. First, let's get my problems with it out of the way. Ritsuka is still just a washboard of a character who is pretty much solely a reactionary to things that are happening, and there's really no defined character to him. Yes, I know he's the protagonist in the game and hence is meant to be projected onto, but when put into the anime platform, this doesn't work in the same way that it does in a video game. As such, any interactions with him involved become super bland and breaks my attention. Second problem. Please. Please. I'm begging you. Just give the girls pants. They must be so cold. This goes hand in hand with the multiple gratuitous ass shots, which really interrupted my immersion in the glorious fight sequences that they created. Come on, look at Enkidu. She's got pants. In a robe. She's ready for the fight. If you're gonna hold me down. Alright, now on to the positives. As previously stated, the animation. Oof. It's so good. The animators put extra effort into the motion of the characters. No one stays static for very long, and it gives a lot more emotion to the conversations. Not only this, but the improved writing between the characters is noticeable. Previous Singularities have been full of awkward C-tier dating sim level dialogue, and with Nasu now putting in the effort to make this a more quality piece, the interactions feel more natural, and as such, the pacing flows so much better. But, not only are the characters well animated, but the backgrounds are particularly well done. Honestly, some of these are giving National Geographic a run for their money, and it actually manages to create some well done sweeping zoom outs, which is a rare occasion. Once again, the shot composition is just super well done. I'm a sucker for good cinematography, and a lot of these shots are very aesthetically pleasing. This is especially prevalent in the fights. They're super fluid, well composed, and are supported especially by the sound design. Yoshikazu Iwanami returns from previous Fate series as the sound director, and I am continually blown away by how clean some of these effects are. Literally, Mash's shield summon noise is enough to give this a 10 on the audio scale.
Sentou junbi!
Ultimately, the combination of stellar production quality in addition to the author and premise that is being presented, I can only say that I'm hoping for the best in this newest Fate adaptation. Thanks for tuning into this short little video. I'm really not that big of a fan of Fate Grand Order and a lot of other Fate franchises besides Stay Night and Zero, and of course, the holy grail of it all, Emiya Gohan. But, I don't know, this just seems like it might be a cut above, and I can only hope that more quality pieces get added to a franchise that I'm super passionate about. Check out my other videos if you want to, no pressure though, and subscribe, maybe, that's just a thought.